Special episode
Yeah.
24.
Oh, it is 24.
24.
Wow.
Yep. We have wine. We're going to make dinner.
We have nada.
We have microphones so that we can just walk about. And yeah, we're just going to, it's going to be chill.
Yeah. We're hungry, so we thought
Yeah, I know.
we'd make dinner.
Yeah. We came up with this like 2 hours ago, and now
Yeah. So now we're super hungry.
we're so hungry.
Do you want to tell the backstory of this, or you want me to do it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
While I open
So,
this.
since we got married, one of our favorite things to do together was cook together. We really liked doing that. We did it all the time in our house in Arizona. Since we moved into the RV, we haven't been able to do it much though.
Because we don't have space.
Yeah, our kitchen is so small, it doesn't really have space for two of us. So we are house sitting for Noah's grandma, and she has this massive kitchen. And so we're gonna do that today because we love cooking together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you find that you like this, let us know in the comments. Or hit us up. And we'll do more of these. We'll just have to move into a house so that we can do these.
Yeah. The people that are just listening though will probably be a little confused.
That's true.
Like,
We'll
what is
try
all
and-
that background noise? It's Noah opening a bottle of wine.
We'll try and keep conversation going so that it's more engaging
Yeah.
for our listeners.
Doesn't look very pink.
No, it doesn't. You sure it's a rosé? Is that what it says?
I don't
on
know,
the
the label's pink, so I assumed it was.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not white. It's like goldish. We're wine connoisseurs, if you couldn't tell. Clink. It's okay.
I think it's good.
Kind of tastes like the wine that you cook with.
I like it. I actually really like this one.
Good. Oh, backstory on the wine. Okay.
There's a backstory on the wine.
Yes.
Okay.
My grandma has this gigantic wine cellar, and it's full of wine, but she only drinks one type, pretty much. And so she's like, anything down there, you can just try it, because they got stuff on travels, and while she's been all around the world.
This one
so.
says it's
From
product
Spain.
of Spain. Is it actually from Spain?
I think
Or
they-
is it from an online service that shipped it to her door? We don't know.
Yeah.
But
It's possible, like, she bought this in Spain. So.
yeah. All right. Do you know what we're making?
I don't.
I do. Do you want me to tell you what it's called?
I'm sure it's yummy.
Okay. We've never made it before.
Okay.
This is another thing. We like to just try things. Never made this before. We'll see how it turns out. It's called ground turkey pasta. That's what it's called.
Pasta.
Ground turkey pasta. And the very first review on it says, "Holy Batman, we seriously licked the plates from this dish. Actually, we sopped up every drop of that scrumptious sauce
Oh my
up with
gosh.
Italian bread, but we would have licked them if there had been anything left. Delicious."
That's amazing.
So, since they mentioned Batman, I mean, I thought it would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are we going to do while we're cooking?
We're going to just ask each other questions that come to mind.
Yeah.
Marriage related,
Yeah.
maybe.
This probably
not.
feels a little awkward, but, you know, that's us. We're just awkward.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell me what I'm doing.
Um,
This is thoroughly thawed, by the way. This ground turkey.
cool. Let's see.
Can you see that? I hope the camera can pick this up. It's like...
Oof. Okay.
Hopefully it's still
I need
good.
you to chop up half an onion.
No. Okay.
That's why I like cooking with you. You do the parts that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
All right. I want to start you off with a question.
Go for it.
What are some things that we have done together, like since being married? What are some of your favorite things that we've done together?
Can you elaborate on like you're asking about like trips we've done?
Just fond memories. You're like, oh, I really liked when we did that together. Which
Okay.
wine is mine?
The right one. Okay. You said half?
Yeah. You got this. I believe in you.
Fond memories. I do know that, like, I have certain memories from certain time periods. You know?
Yeah. Tell me some of those.
Let's go with the bigger one. Do you want it diced?
Yes.
Okay. People are going to be so critical of our cooking
That's
skills.
okay. We're not professional cooks.
So like, I've got a couple of memories. What's funny is a couple of my memories, my most memorable memories from living in Arizona, our first year of marriage, both relate to movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And one of them is you took me to our first ever dine-in movie. It was a Cinemark, I think.
Yeah.
For what movie?
It was
Night School?
yeah, with Kevin Hart.
Yes. That was pretty fun, but it was a good experience. We don't need to do it again.
Yeah. It's a really cool idea. The dine-in movie theater did not have very good food.
It was just like, yeah, it was like the food wasn't amazing, and especially for the price.
Yeah.
So there was that one. I remember
Yeah,
that really well.
was for your birthday.
That was
Did I
fun.
surprise you with that?
I think so.
I said,
We're gonna go. It's a dine-in movie, or I don't know, something.
yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Our other one was for your birthday. We went to see Avengers Endgame. Nope. Infinity War?
Infinity War. Because I remember it ended on that cliffhanger.
Yep.
I was so frustrated. We
Yeah.
had to wait like 2 years or whatever, another year or something.
Yeah. It was like a year and a half until the next one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do rough dice on these.
That's fine.
What I remember most about that, oh gosh, this onion's getting to me. What I remember most about that experience was our parking.
Yeah.
Because we had to park in a parking garage,
You got it.
and I didn't know what it meant to validate our parking. I didn't know that that was a thing. And so we just left the movie theater, and we go out of the parking garage, and oh my gosh, my eyes.
Here.
We go to leave the parking garage, and the guy's like, "Do you have a validation ticket?" And I was like, "What the heck is that?" He's like, "Did you get your parking validated at the theater?" I was like, "No, I don't even know what that means." He's like, "Okay, well, that'll be $20. $20 for parking? That's
Do
crazy."
you want me to finish that?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. It was an expensive birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a month before we got married. Because the
was,
day
wasn't it?
after that, because that was on my actual birthday, the day after that, I got on a plane and flew back to Colorado
I
for a
didn't
month.
remember that.
And then you came out a few days before the wedding and we got married. It was like one of the last times I saw you before we got married.
I drove to Colorado
Yeah.
in my truck and tried to drive straight through, and I didn't, but I surprised you and we ate breakfast together.
Where did we go for breakfast?
Wade's
Wade's.
Wade's
Oh,
Cafe.
Wade's Cafe. So good.
Yeah. If you're in Colorado Springs, Wade's Cafe is like the spot for breakfast. It's where all the old people go to just hang out and do breakfast
Yeah.
things, and they have really good like home style breakfast. Okay, is that good enough?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I have another question for you.
Wow.
What type of pasta do you want?
Oh. What kind do we have?
There's this fun-shaped one. There's this classic like penne, or this spirally one.
Spirals.
Okay. All right.
So that's from our Arizona time period.
Oh, are you still going?
I do have one other memory of a more recent time period.
Okay. Share it. I'd love to hear it.
Walking on the beach with the dogs
Oh, that was super recent.
when we were. Oh no.
Oh.
Not 3 weeks ago. But when we lived. No, when we were traveling, and we stayed on the beach in the RV. On Padre Island.
That was, yeah, Padre Island in Texas.
Yeah, I just remember it was like super foggy, and we were walking together, and
Oh, yeah.
everyone just looked so happy. You were so happy, and
I
puppies
love the
loved
beach.
it.
The puppies love the beach.
Yeah.
I also remember because it wasn't terribly warm that day, I think I had one of those flannel jackets on, like those. It looks like a
That's right.
flannel shirt, but it's
Yeah.
thicker. It's like a jacket.
Yeah, it's like-
And jeans on, like on the beach. And it was
so
really
weird.
strange, but it was. I was just so happy to
Did
be
you
there.
switch them?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, we kiss each other. I think it's okay if we drink out of each other's wine glass on accident. It's just not okay if I finish one and then finish the other.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You ready for a question?
Yep.
What have you loved most about us deciding to stay in Colorado instead of travel?
I have really loved that we've been able to create some really deep and meaningful friendships with other people. Other
Yes.
married couples, to be exact.
We're really bad at making friends.
We're very bad at making friends because we're both introverts. I don't even know how we ended up together. Like that's a miracle from God. Now that we have friends, bigger miracle.
That is a miracle.
No, but it's been awesome because since we got married, we haven't really had any friends.
Right.
It's just been us and our dogs and family. We have a lot of family. But it's just been in the last year, a little less than a year, that we've created some really deep friendships in two different settings. Like in a church setting and then also in a small group setting.
Right.
So that's been, it's so cool. I love it. It's amazing to have true, meaningful friendships, especially when people are in a similar stage of life as you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Are you looking for olive oil?
Yeah.
There's regular one right here.
Is there?
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
just
see it.
accidentally turned it around.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, that looked like the avocado one.
Yeah.
Well, what I pulled out was balsamic. That's not gonna work.
That would have been scary. Balsamic
I
instead
smelled
of
it
olive
because
oil.
it was apricot, and I was like, "This smells weird. This doesn't smell like oil."
We would have made it work.
Yeah. Yeah, I've really loved having some friends.
Yeah.
And
I've loved watching you have friends. That's been one of my favorite things because you just, I feel like even in high school, you just didn't have very many friends and you didn't really have deep relationships with your friends. Am I wrong on that or is that right?
I didn't have many friends because I didn't like how superficial people were.
That sounds like you. But, so I've really loved getting to see you like make some new friends and really have like
Yeah.
true
It's
relationships with some of these amazing men that you guys can speak so openly about the good times and the bad times, and you can talk about how God is using you guys, and it makes me so happy. I'm gonna tear up. It makes me more happy
Aw.
seeing the friendships you've created than the friendships I've created.
that's.
I love it. So cute.
You're supposed to be heating the olive oil, not
Oh.
just the pan. Silly.
I'm sorry.
How much olive oil? About that much?
Yeah, that's what it says. About that much olive oil.
Okay.
It says 2 tablespoons.
Oh, fun fact about you
About me.
to the
Okay.
people.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
You hate that I don't measure things.
Oh my gosh. I was always taught to measure everything when cooking, and Noah's like, that looks like enough. A little bit of that, little bit of that. that looks like enough.
But every time I cook, you're like, that tastes so good. How did you do that? I was
Yeah.
like,
I'm learning
it's in my genes.
that baking, it's really important to measure correctly,
Yes.
but cooking doesn't have to be as precise.
Right.
So I'm growing, but I still have every single measuring cup, unlike your mom who has like 2.
She's like, I can eyeball it.
Yeah, she just needs a 1 cup and she's good.
Yeah.
I have 1 cup all the way down to 1/16 cup, which is a tablespoon. But it's this little mini measuring cup. It's so cute. Anyway.
This is pretty good wine. It's growing on me.
Yeah. Did I answer your question fully?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about me having friends.
Yeah.
It's so hard to have friends. It's so hard to like plan things and wait, what's going on with the oil pan? What's going in there? The turkey?
The onions.
The onions.
I think. Let me double check.
Yes.
Cook onions. Yeah, having friends is hard.
Yeah, it is. But worth it. After being so long without, it's definitely worth it.
Yes, I agree.
My favorite thing probably has just been our church.
Our church has been a
Oh my
gift.
gosh. Biggest gift I could have asked for.
Yes. If you are married and you guys don't have a home church, that's one of the biggest things that I would say is like the first step you need to take. You guys need to find a home church that you both feel
Fed up.
and comfortable at. Like that's something where I knew this church was where we were supposed to be right now is because I walk in and I'm automatically feel like I'm home.
And you're not talking
know?
about like now. Like we do feel that way now still. But like first week, we'd never been there before. We walked in and we immediately felt like we love this place.
Yeah, but like I didn't feel like it was home right away, but I felt like super oddly comfortable
Very comfortable.
in a place I've never been before.
And invited.
Yeah.
It
and
felt like people actually noticed, hey, you're new or whatever.
yeah. And I don't know if everyone would have that same experience. Like if you don't automatically feel like I'm super comfortable here, that doesn't mean that God can't use you there.
Right.
That's just how the experience was for us.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah.
I've seen so many. I've been playing around with that new Instagram app. What's it called?
Oh, what's it called? Do you have your phone?
Stitch. It's not Stitches. It's something like that. Oh, it's in my pocket. Threads.
Threads.
We're so close. I've seen even just today scrolling through that, I've seen so many people talking about the church subject.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people like angry with the church, and they've swung so far the other way where they're like, religion is not for me,
Yeah.
because they have so much hurt from churchy people, from Christians or other religious people. And it just hurts me because like we have met people that they have no idea what church is about or Christianity or anything at church.
Yeah.
And they have expressed to us that they feel welcome there. And that's the way it's supposed to be, and it feels like Christians aren't doing their job.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
I agree. That's not how it's supposed to be.
I'm going to stir this.
Okay, I'm going to stir this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to think of another question for you.
Okay. The worst thing about cutting onions in the RV,
Oh,
there's no
you
way,
can't escape it.
Yeah, there's nowhere for the air, the onion juices, like the onion juice in the air
Yeah.
that gets your eyes. There's nowhere for it to escape.
The only way to escape is to step outside, and it's really hard to do that in the winter.
Literally,
It's so cold.
Literally, I've been laying in bed while you're cooking,
Just
and
crying.
my eyes will start burning because you cut an onion.
If you need a good cry, come to our house when we're cooking onions.
It's so bad.
It'll get you where you need to go.
If you're new, for a preface, if you're new, we live in 350 square feet in an RV. So
Yeah.
we're used to being this close together.
Yeah, if we were to cook in our kitchen, it'd be more like this, and you do your thing, and I'll do my. You gotta do yours down there, and I'll do over
Maybe
here.
we switch. Yeah. I was okay with that though. That was nice.
Maybe we should cook more often in our house.
You're too tall for me.
We'll have to do that thing.
I can't see.
Where like one person doesn't use their hands, but they have the eyes. You
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that, where it's like you use your hands and I don't use mine, but you like I have to tell you what to do. Reach forward, grab the turkey. Nice. Ah. No. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to pause for a second and look at my instructions.
All right.
Um,
We aspire to have a kitchen this size, needless to say.
yeah.
We love it here.
Okay. Are the onions soft and translucent yet?
They are not translucent yet.
Okay,
I'm
when we
working on
get
that.
there, we're gonna add in ground turkey.
Yes, that's what I imagined. I had already read that. That's why I
Okay.
took charge of the onions.
Should I just? No. Sorry. Okay. Question for you. What is something that you have learned about me since being married?
You are super creative.
Oh, that was sweet. I wasn't sure where you would go with that.
I know. There were so many ways, and I thought, I'm going to be loving tonight.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah. You just, like, it's so weird because you don't like putting in the effort to the with a lot of things.
I can be really
You
organized
can
with
be.
certain things.
And
but
the places that you can be creative with your organization, you're super organized because you love the process.
yeah.
And like with the brand, you've spent countless hours on merch because it's a creative part of it. And
Yeah.
it's not super technical and all the information and all that.
Yeah, I've spent a really long time on merch.
P.S. You can't buy merch yet, but soon.
We're about to order samples. Like, we might do that tonight.
Maybe so.
I know. So exciting.
Is that our foreplay?
Sure.
You gotta get creative sometimes.
Yeah, when you've been married as long as we have.
Come here.
I'm just kidding. We've
Yeah.
not been married that long.
So long.
Noah, do you know how your grandma organizes spices?
What are you looking for?
Italian seasoning.
It's gonna be in a big jar.
Big jar?
Probably Italian spaghetti seasoning.
Is that
Does
the
that
same
work?
thing as Italian seasoning? Italian spaghetti seasoning?
Spicy spaghetti seasoning?
I
would
didn't
guess
even
so.
know there was spaghetti seasoning.
I didn't either.
That's huge, but it smells
Smells
good.
right?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's this one? This is like,
Oh, here.
you found it?
This one?
Look at you go.
My son. Okay. Something I've learned about you since being married is there are some foods that you won't eat.
There
Or
are
not,
foods
there
that
are
I
foods that you
won't
don't
choose.
like. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready for turkey. That's what's
Okay.
next.
Just do half of it.
Just half?
Yeah, because I'm halving the recipe.
Okay. I like meat.
Half it. Yeah. When we first got married, you were like, there's nothing I don't like. I'll eat whatever. And it was super easy for me. But in the few years, I've learned there are things that you don't really like. And you will eat them if you need to. You won't choose to eat them. So.
Yes. Do you have any examples?
You don't love quinoa
I don't love quinoa.
because it gets
True.
stuck in your teeth.
Yep.
You don't like water chestnuts at all. You will like pull them out of your bowl and put them in mine.
No, that's not true. I
Okay.
will eat them.
Okay.
But you have told me that you like them. So
I like water
I love
chestnuts.
you by giving them to you.
Yeah.
See that?
And I learned recently that you don't love raisins. Is that true?
I don't seek them out. Sometimes I get in a raisin mood, but I won't seek them out.
I didn't know that. And that was like I learned that like 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're both learning that we enjoy wine more than we used to think so.
Wine is good. Yeah. Okay.
Of course, not at the same level as some of our friends. They're like learning how to taste wine properly. We're like,
I would totally
"Ooh,
do
that's
that.
delicious."
But I don't know how to do it yet. I gotta get someone to teach me. That's why we let them do it, so then they can teach us.
There you go. So we don't have to buy
We're
the
like,
stuff.
yeah, you go, you do that.
We're so cheap.
Teach me when you're done. Yeah. Okay. Once the ground turkey is cooked, we gotta season it with salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning, and garlic.
Okay. Are you gonna measure those?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Your turn to ask me a question.
Why did we get this iPad? And when did we get this iPad?
That's not a marriage-related question, Noah.
Kind of is.
Okay.
This is a trying time for us.
That iPad, we got in our first year of marriage. Towards the end of our first year of marriage,
That's
we
true,
had
huh?
moved back to Colorado. We were living in your brother and sister-in-law's basement,
Yep.
and we were just trying to figure out what we wanted to do. And I know I like being creative, so you bought me an iPad, and I was doing some designs on the iPad, and I posted them on Etsy to sell, and
Didn't sell
sold
any.
0. I looked recently. It's been too long. They just like took down my listing.
Did they?
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't sell any. But it's come in handy with some other things.
Yeah, we use it a lot now.
It's a
for
really good
design work.
cookbook
Yep.
right here.
By the way, I didn't buy an iPad because I'm bougie. I bought it with a cracked screen, and it wasn't the current generation.
Yeah, it's an older iPad. It does have a cracked screen, but it's...
But you needed the iPad Pro because we needed
Yeah.
to use Procreate.
And I've been using it a lot recently for our merch designs. A lot.
So much.
Yeah.
Does that look cooked?
No. The pink has to be gone.
It's not pink.
Oh.
Is it pink?
I don't know. I thought it was, but...
Maybe it's a little pink.
All right. What is your favorite meal that I make? Or one of your favorites that we've come to start making since we've been married? Because the way I cook is very different than the way your mom cooks.
Chicken spaghetti?
I don't know what you're talking about when you say that. You gotta explain that.
It's so funny. When we lived in Arizona, I swear Cambria made this thing she called chicken spaghetti, and it was like this thing that she was like her mom made for her. It was like a childhood. I swear that's the way it went. That's the way you told it. And we've moved back, and I asked about it maybe last year.
Yeah. I said,
and
what do you
you're
want
like,
for dinner? You
"I've
said
been-"
chicken spaghetti.
You're like, I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is. I even called my mom and said, what's chicken spaghetti? And she said, I have no idea. We looked through all of our recipes. She even looked through all of hers, and we're like, I don't know what you're talking about. What is chicken spaghetti?
It's my long lost love.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
That's not actually the recipe though. I liked it a lot. It was really good, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
my favorite.
Every time I ask what you want for dinner, though, you say chicken spaghetti to just bring it back up.
Yep, I know.
Because I don't know what it is. I've searched Pinterest,
I want
showed
you
you
to-
so many recipes and said, does this look like it? And you're like, no.
No, that's not right. No. My favorite all-time recipe that we learned together and cooked, and we could still cook to this day. Do you want to guess?
Sweet potato skillet.
I forgot about that.
That one's so good.
That's number 2.
Okay. Do you want me to keep guessing? Is it the
One more guess.
Southwestern pasta?
Oh yeah, that's the one.
That's it, really?
Southwest pasta.
That one's so easy.
I know, it's the best.
This looks pretty good.
It's literally just like, does it have chicken in it? It's like cube
Yeah,
chicken?
it's pasta with like a jar of Alfredo sauce and taco seasoning.
And corn and black beans.
Corn, black beans, peppers, chicken, and you just like mix it all together.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So good. What's the flour for? Did you already put it in?
No, first we need to do a half teaspoon of pepper and 2 teaspoons of salt.
I got the salt.
No, wait. I'm having the recipe. Do a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. Just for you, I won't measure the Italian seasoning.
Oh.
You need a half teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever.
Where's the pepper?
Right here.
A 1/4 teaspoon of pepper.
I think that's a half teaspoon. Like barely comes out. Sure.
This is weird.
Did it ever bother you that
Do you see the difference?
I don't cook the way that you're used to? Like when we first got married, I feel like that could be a big area of conflict. Is that like I really don't cook the way your mom does, and for some people that could be an issue.
No, I'm pretty laid back. I really don't care.
What would you say to someone
Because you
who
make good food.
is frustrated by that?
Are you getting fed? Because food is important to life. If the food isn't terrible, stop your whining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If the food's bad, say, get some cooking lessons, woman. No,
I
don't say
would-
that.
No, don't say that. I would say, I would just remind them that they're newly married, and because of that, there's just going to be things that they have to figure out and work through together. Like we talked about on the finance episode a few episodes ago.
Yep.
Same with food. You're just going to have to figure that out. And my parents have a good story. Maybe I'll have them tell it again if we have them on the podcast, but I'll tell it now. Of when they first got married and they were going through Walmart, and mom was like trying to find things to make food, and dad's like putting hamburger helper and Kraft mac and cheese in the cart, and mom's taking out like, what are you doing? And he's like, we're gonna cook. Like that's what he thought cooking was, and you know, differences.
different.
Yeah, they had to learn. Now he makes an incredible cheesecake.
Yes, he does. and so many
And
other
he didn't know how to
things.
cook anything before, really.
So many gluten-free things and
Yeah.
such.
So, but yeah, I feel like even just keeping your mouth shut. Like, don't say things like, this isn't how my mom does it. About anything, not just food.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be comparing your spouse to your parents. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. We all use our... Did you really get twine? You have twine at home. We all... I wouldn't say we all. You and I use our parents as a model. Or early on, we used our parents as a model for how that relationship is supposed to be. And a lot of people do, right?
Yeah.
The people around them that were married, that's what you use as a model for what marriage is going to be like.
Yes.
Are you saving pasta water?
Yeah.
Good job.
I think that's close enough to a cup.
I guess. More pasta water, the better.
Should I get more?
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. Oh, this needs flour.
Okay, how much? A dash?
I don't know. Let me look. Flour, 1 tablespoon. It's where's
Did you pull it out?
the flour?
The tablespoon.
No. I was trying to be you. Okay, you were saying that we use our parents as a model.
Yeah, but there comes a point where with certain things, you just have to learn how each other operates in order to create your own relationship and not clone someone else's relationship, because no one's is the same.
Yes, that's perfect. Don't clone someone else's relationship. Because this is your relationship, the two of you. It's not your parents' relationship, so you shouldn't be trying to make your spouse into your parents.
Correct. I need water and a chicken cube.
Okay. We need how much water? 1 cup of water.
And 1 cube.
1 chicken cube.
Oh no, you're using the 1 cup for the...
It's okay. I'll use a different one. Does that go in like right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Supposed to go in with the flour. It's getting extra crispy, by the way. I'm not used to cooking on a...
Whoop, whoop.
Sorry, my bad. Yay, deglaze. Where's the cubes? I brought them in. They're there.
I moved them over.
Yeah. Not cloning.
We have guard dogs. Don't come for us. Ooh, and the tomato sauce.
Oh. We're great at reading instructions.
Tomato sauce. I need half of this can. Hi.
Hello. Half the can? What are we supposed to do with a half a can of tomato sauce?
If it's really good, we'll make it again.
Okay. That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
How about... Then we're going to be kicking ourselves like, why didn't we just make a whole batch and make this as leftovers?
All right. Your turn. Question.
Question. Are there things that you've learned because of being married to me specifically that you never imagined that you would have learned?
Oh, so many.
What kind of things?
Um,
Am I supposed to simmer this
yes.
with a lid?
I don't know. Let me look. Pour chicken broth and tomato sauce. Let it come to a simmer. Doesn't say anything about a lid.
Okay. Bless you.
Something I have learned since being married to you is you're supposed to use your mirrors to back up your car
Instead of what?
instead of turning your head and looking behind you.
Sometimes I do.
Or using the screen. But I've never had a car with a screen. So I don't really, I've been in a car with a screen and I didn't use it. I was like, it was too fancy for me.
Yeah. You don't trust it.
I don't know, but
It's weird.
Yeah, you taught me that I'm supposed to use my mirrors. That's what they're there for, and they're supposed to be set correctly so you can see
That's correct.
behind you.
But the truck doesn't have power mirrors, and so
Yeah.
you just drive it without the mirrors being
Yeah.
set correctly.
I was gonna say you taught me to back up a trailer, but you tried to teach me to back up a trailer.
I also tried to teach you to drive a manual.
Yeah. So those are in the works.
Yeah. But you drive the truck now? You never would have thought of driving something so big.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Drive the truck, no problem. Parking
No
it,
problem.
it's a bit of a problem. But I just park in the back of the parking lot, get my exercise. It's good. It's all good.
It's good for you.
Yeah. What else? I've learned a lot.
I know.
You're very different.
Me too. Go sports.
Yes. You've learned the rules of soccer.
Yes.
You've learned to enjoy watching soccer.
I love watching you play soccer.
Oh, me play
It's like
soccer.
my favorite thing.
Oh, you're so sweet. I have learned that even if your skin is white, you can still come in black.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let me
Explain.
explain. That sounds really bad. But you work on cars and you get so greasy, you'll come in and your arm will just be completely black from the grease. And it's like, oh my word, I didn't know it was possible to even get that dirty.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And it's like a regular occurrence.
Yeah. I also learned that, you know how people separate their laundry in like darks colors, like darks, reds, and whites or something, or even just darks and lights? We got a laundry hamper when we got married that had 2 sections, and it wasn't darks and lights. It was greasy clothes and everything else.
It was, yeah.
And I have to
work
do-
clothes and yeah,
A separate load of laundry for your work clothes because they get so greasy.
they'll contaminate everything else.
Yeah. Do you want me to keep going with things that I
No,
learned? Because I
it's
can
okay.
keep going.
That's plenty.
Yeah. I have learned to love all those things about you, though, because they're very you.
Yeah, it's
What was I saying last night? That it was like, it's not something I necessarily, like, I don't have feelings towards it. I don't love it or hate it, but because it's very you, I now love it.
That makes sense.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Well, we were talking about, I was super dirty yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you were asking if I liked that you got so dirty, and I said it's not something that bothers me, but because it's very you, I love it. If you weren't out there getting super greasy and dirty, you wouldn't be you. If you weren't working with your hands, you wouldn't be you. And I fell in love with you. I love that about you.
Yeah. There was a period of time where I didn't do much stuff like that. And you
It
could tell.
affected you
Yeah. We
mentally.
both realized, like, I need that as an outlet.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. How long is that supposed to sit?
Is it simmering?
It's bubbling a little bit. Is that what it's supposed to do? I'd call that more of a boil. I can turn it down.
Okay. Does it look good?
It looks red.
Cool. Will you do me a favor?
Sure.
There is a container of heavy cream in the outside far fridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a
I love
question
you.
for me while I'm gone?
I will think of a question.
Okay.
He's a pretty good guy. I like him a lot. Yeah.
Ah, there it is.
What What is a question to ask Noah? What is one of your favorite activities that we found to build intimacy?
Have some cream.
Noah James. That was really perfect timing. All right.
We're not pregnant. Say it again.
What's an activity that we found that you really like that helps to build intimacy? Like I don't necessarily mean sexual intimacy, but like feeling closer to each other.
Like Mario Kart.
That would work.
I would say our marriage journal, but it's like difficult. It's not something it's like it's hard to do a lot of weeks
Yeah.
because sometimes hard things come up, or oftentimes hard things come up with that. And it's not just fun, if you will.
Yeah. But it does make
definitely-
us feel closer.
It does, absolutely. And we love doing our marriage journal together. I love road tripping together. I feel like that builds intimacy. It can.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's just a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
But-
If your relationship is like in a rut and you need something to just spice it up, go on a road trip together.
Road trip.
It'll bring out the best and the worst in you.
Yep.
I love it.
Help you learn who each other is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like that. And that's one of our favorite things we've learned to do together. That's why we wanted to go travel. Hey, noodles.
I forgot I was having the recipe. I don't need all this water.
Oh, good remembering. Yeah, but we do love playing Mario Kart together. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, last night though, I was doing really good for a while
It was so funny.
because you had this setting turned off that made it harder for you, and I had it on, so it was easier for me. And I felt like I was doing so good at Mario Kart. Then we figured that out. You turn your setting back on, now you're just as good as me. And last night was so bad.
So
It was so bad. I was doing really good, but like at the last second, something would always happen, and I would totally lose. I was at the very bottom in the rankings, like below all the computer characters.
It's so awesome.
I wouldn't say awesome, but okay.
It was hilarious. For sure. I feel like this needs to thicken a little bit or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing projects together, I feel like builds our intimacy because we get to teach each other different things.
I feel like you do more of the teaching than I do. I feel like it's
Maybe.
always you teaching and me learning.
Well, because the projects we do are often like building something together or whatever, fixing something. Did you help me install the solar panels at all? Or did I do that all on my own?
I did crawl on the roof with you at some point, but I don't remember why.
You did not like that.
You guys want cheese? Get it, before Sasha does. Sasha can't have dairy. Here, Sasha. You can lick the fingers that weren't in the bag. All right. I think that's about it
Amazing.
for our...
It's nice and
Dinner.
stringy.
Do you want to try it with me?
I will try it with you.
Okay. I'm going to feed you.
Okay. As long as I can feed you.
You ready?
No, I'll feed you again later. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Oh, my pasta broke in half. That's okay. Here you go.
Oh.
What do you think? Is that as good as that review said?
I don't know. You only gave me one piece of pasta.
Because all the others fell off the floor.
Well, you get the same. Oh, I gotta blow it off.
Yes,
I
please.
apologize.
I have a sensitive mouth.
Yeah?
It's pretty good. It tastes like that Hamburger Helper copycat recipe that I've made.
Oh, yeah.
Whoop! Sorry, Nala.
All right.
All
This is
right.
it.
You want to show them what we made together? Look at what beautiful things can be made together when you put a husband and wife together.
Yes, we do special things.
Pasta.
We make
It
pasta.
looks so good.
And
Here, wait there.
some make babies, but not us. Not
Some
yet.
make babies, we make pasta.
That's terrible.
All right.
One of these is like a manly wine glass, and one is like a really feminine wine glass.
Oh, I didn't realize they were
Like the
different.
stems are different. Isn't that super weird?
Oh. Who needs bowls when you have forks in the pan?
I love having to not share with other people, like children.
When have you ever had to do that?
I'm just dreading.
You're dreading it?
Not dreading.
That's not a good way to say it.
I'm
love.
just foreshadowing. No, that's the manly one.
That's why it's mine. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, even though this was like a little different. A lot different, actually.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our conversation and being patient with our interruptions while we're cooking. And now we have a good dinner for tonight.
Hopefully you learned something new about us and something new about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wine's kicking in, so we should eat.
All right. Come back. You gotta say bye.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.